After the attack, the creatures gathered in the community center, dragging you in, giving you a hearty round of applause. The creatures surrounded you, yelling cheers.
I take a step closer to Marcus and Gregor. Are they cheering for the?
Yeah.
I'm too busy bowing a whole bunch to answer you.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
You don't seem very
really.
excited.
Nothing at all.
We did it.
Whoa. The cat-like creature perks up, drawing the attention of the entire room. Guys, why are you clapping for the... What? Okay, listen, mister. She pokes Marcus in the chest. What did you do?
Sorry?
What did you do?
Oh,
We killed monsters.
we did, and we saved you in the process. You should hardly be yelling at us.
The creature, who still bears his paper mask, takes a step forward. This man's a cow. Came from somewhere else. She turns and looks at him. They're clearly human. Look at him.
I absent-mindedly just twiddle one of my horns. I take out an apple and begin to core it on it.
These three are clearly human-like.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Man, I could really go for a glass of milk.
I put my head in my hands.
Cows do like milk.
I look back up again. That they do, yes.
I don't think they do. Don't motions again.
Who named you? Where did you, how did you come by that name?
Well, it's actually a long story that has to deal with my exile from the Sea of Clouds, but that's not important. Why are you guys here?
To save you. And kill monsters. Which we did. You're welcome.
Gregor, you might want to ease up on the killing monsters thing. I think they consider themselves monsters around here.
They're not monsters.
Yeah, I take offense to that.
Gosh.
Come on.
I didn't say they were monsters. I was simply trying to be considerate. Maybe they don't think that monster is a derogatory term. Maybe they believe it to be something, positive. Think back to whenever we were on Meadshire. Adventurer meant something completely different there. Monster could mean something completely different here.
That's stupid. Monsters are gross.
Please, we prefer the term spirit folk. We come from all over. Monsters, if you think about it, humans are far closer to what you call monsters.
Yeah, Ash. We're the real monsters. Well, we would be if we were humans.
Yes, we would.
So, honestly, I'd like to thank you guys. You slayed those creatures. You did a good job. You did.
Wait, you were so upset with us just like a second ago. What do you?
Yeah, mostly due to the fact that on first contact with that one, she motions towards Marcus. My head's suddenly been full of a lot of horrific, crazy thoughts. Does anyone really like yarn here? Why would you do this to me?
I like yarn.
He's a bit of a troublemaker. Apologies on his behalf, as he will not apologize for himself.
Troublemaker is an outdated term that does not fully encompass my many talents and abilities.
See?
I put a hand on Dont's shoulder. You'll be fine.
That being said, you have to be pretty strong to accurately be able to muddle my mind this much.
Oh, I didn't muddle your mind at all.
What?
I didn't muddle your mind at all.
What? What are you implying here? That this is some sort of natural process that I'm supposed to suddenly feel a desire to just lay my claws, which I don't have, into that table over there? You did this to me!
I put my hand on Dont's other shoulder. Listen, there's no shame in liking yarn. It's pretty great. You can knit all sorts of things.
Gregor had to deal with this problem at one point, too.
I came to accept my love for yarn.
I don't even believe you for a split second, but I'll maybe let it slide if you please stop touching me.
I give her shoulder one good long squeeze and then release it.
I Marcus.
Not to be outdone, I also squeeze her shoulder.
Her form quickly twists and pops, shrinking down to a smaller state. Much better.
So, your ears are not those of, let's say, perhaps a cat.
A cat? Is that why I like yarn so much now? Did you hypnotize me to think I was a cat?
I hypnotized you to give in to what I thought were your innate cat-like desires.
I cover my face with my palms, so they didn't make it up. It exists. They didn't make it up at all. It's a real thing.
Ash, I know I kind of made fun of you for being such a bigot about these people being monsters. But, you may have been right.
It's a pig bet. That's a pig bet.
It's a pig bet.
As you can see, my power is immense. You have to be quite a strong individual to be able to pull off such a potent hypnotizing spell on me. It continues to
I
waddle.
pull a ball of yarn out of my satchel and roll it across the floor towards the peg boat.
It slides across the ground, slamming into a table, pursuing the ball of yarn. Ah!
Gregor laughs, but also a bead of sweat rolls down his forehead.
Now, I apologize for the little kitty cat snafu, if you will.
So, you guys, what are you exactly doing here? You came at a kind of weird time for us.
Weird time, you say?
Yeah, have you seen she motions out the window.
A giant shrimp?
Yeah, that.
Is that always going on? Like, is it...
No, not at all. In fact, it arrived at the same... Did you have something to do with this?
No, it attacked us.
No.
It attacked our ship whenever we were sailing near the island on a trading mission.
It totally killed us, too.
Yeah, no, we actually, we've run into a similar problem. Nobody here can die anymore.
Cool.
What?
Really?
Yeah, no, old Rinian over there, he's been trying to die for a while. The mole-like creature behind the table puts up a hand. I am very old and very much want to be dead. Yeah, no, we've been running into this problem that nobody can die anymore. In fact, I just made a pie packed full of poisons that we're all gonna share and, do ghost things.
My eyes widen and I look at Marcus.
My eyes narrow.
All pie is poison.
When you say poisonous,
Yeah.
one moment. Going to turn around, lift up my shirt, place 2 hands over my belly, and cast a detect poison.
Your eyes widen.
Well then.
What's to worry about? No one can die.
Hmm.
We are as gods.
Yes, but pain still exists, I'm sure.
That it does.
Pain
Now,
is an illusion.
when you said poison, was there a lot of poison in this? Awful lot of poison in this pie? Would you say?
Quite a bit. Different forms of poison specifically meant to deal with different types of spirit folk like us.
Oh, various sorts of animal person poison. Great. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna grab a seat. Over here.
I stare at Marcus across the table. This is why you don't go around eating things, drinking things. This!
Look,
poison!
Ash, the chances of a poisoned pie are 1 in many, 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 many pies.
Can I just lay this out for you really quick? The 2 times that you have ingested a strange substance, it has poisoned you. Both times.
Good point. I was
You're 2 for 2.
I was going to try and prove you wrong by you remember that time I drank.
You have no ground on which to argue.
Reference that time I drank the butter, but I guess that hasn't happened yet, has it?
You need to get some water in you and just relax.
Yes, so I can die in
Lay on your right side and take deep breaths.
I don't know what you guys are so worried about.
Well, it's not necessarily worry towards an end. It's just that, I suppose it would be nice if we could prevent the immense amount of mind-numbing pain that he's going to be going through.
I'll be right
You
back.
guys need to toughen up. Just hold him upside down until the vomit comes out.
I duck outside of the establishment, and some unsavory noises are heard from without.
So you folk are stuck here just the same as us. We can't move between the islands and,
Yeah. Well, at least until we kill the monster. So, like, at night.
Do you not have any sort of, inns here or anything?
No. Most of the spirit folk that live around here, live here. They have houses.
Huh? And I guess you don't get many travelers?
No travelers at all. In fact, you're
Yeah, news?
the 2nd, 3rd, and maybe 4th humans I've ever seen in my entire life.
4th. There's
Humans.
another
humans
person
where?
here?
Marcus returns to the community center.
It's
Your skin is now vibrant
I
green.
wouldn't say vibrant green, but it's not great. Ooh, I keel over this table.
Ash kind of wanders over and pats you on the back.
Ugh. Ooh.
Idiot.
No, we actually moved in after after Grius got wiped out a while ago. This place is
So you're not remnants of Grius?
no. Most of us here are new to the island. This place is actually relatively peaceful compared to the rest of the world.
So, do you have any, I don't know, anything to get us on our way? We got thrown into this, almost literally. We've seen the creature once. It was so kind as to give us a demonstration of force. I don't think it's something we can take head on.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised you met the creature and lived. It seems to have this habit of devouring people whole.
And they don't come back after devoured?
Not at all.
Oh, well then.
The great serpent was said to devour the souls of the dead and transport them to the underworld, so, try to avoid getting eaten. That's my only advice. As far as getting off this island goes, we're in a sort of similar predicament. I have a certain degree of teleportation magic, however, it will not work on myself, and these men and women around me she motions around aren't exactly brave enough to take the trip.
Yeah, not exactly men and women either.
Has your teleportation proved functional?
It carried me from the Citadel of Clouds all the way here, quite a distance away, and I wasn't teleporting myself, I was more teleporting a box meant to seal spirits and prevent the massive amounts of damage caused by the teleportation process.
Yes, there it is. That is what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
I think we'll pass on the teleportation, thank you.
Suit yourself. We have another fellow got it into his head that he could fight the creature, though he's far weaker than myself. He lives on the edge of town. A human we've put up with over the years. He lives in a shack, basically like a wild animal.
Is he...
Trustworthy?
Not in the least bit. For the most part, he seems to be more monster than sentient life, let's say. He's far removed from us spirit folk, civilization.
Uh-huh.
However, he's already been on his way. How exactly he managed to bridge the gulf between this island here and that island over there, she motions out the window, is beyond me. Perhaps he hides a secret in his shack.
Like a boat.
Yes, a boat. Yes, definitely a boat to sail across the sea, which is occupied by the god of death.
Well, it's at least the start of a plan.
One last question before we head out. Is this human fellow amiable? If we approach his shack, will he attack us?
Well, I wouldn't call him amiable. I wouldn't call him friendly. Have you ever met an angry dog before?
Many times, yes.
Imagine that. Except a little smarter, but much louder.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Wonderful. All right, well, thank you. Thank you very much for your help. We will, I guess, see you if we solve the problem, or if we need help.
Almost certainly not.
You approach the shack. It's actually a very nice low building.
Well constructed.
Either this is the wrong place, or Nope is just racist.
I think she's just unfamiliar with humanity.
Okay, wait.
I run my hand
This.
along the grain of the wood.
Guys,
Wow. He did a wonderful job here.
It's a well-made cabin.
knock, knock, knock.
It truly is.
Knock, knock, knock.
There's no response.
Don't go waltzing in.
Okay, guys.
Knock. I test the handle.
The door opens.
Marcus.
I shrug my shoulders. What? It's not my fault that nobody on this island locks their doors.
This time, we're not animals. We're humans.
We're humans. Yeah. Very smart, Gregor.
The whir of machinery greets your ears as you step into the hut. Taking a look around, the place is littered with strange devices. It smells odd, but it seems to be a fairly nice house, actually.
He has a telescope. I look into it.
The telescope is pointed straight out. You see two rather large cannons pointed towards a faraway isle.
Fascinating.
It appears there's no one here.
Marcus, hands in your pockets.
On the giant lever, a note is attached.
I read it.
Take a closer look. It reads in gigantic scrawled handwriting, Don't pull this lever. This device is a highly experimental matter transporter, far superior to your teleportation. You would not be able to handle the raw power that I have placed beneath this lever.
It's Ash. I'm not an imbecile, okay? Poisoned pie or no?
Right, not an imbecile.
He's not gonna eat the lever.
I continue reading the note, out loud.
I have used my magnificent device to transport myself to the Isle of Tessir. It appears that my elixir has allowed me to overcome death, and the complications of the matter transporter have been overcome.
Complications, he says.
Oh. So we don't...
So that means that if we were to just use it, then...
Yeah, there'd be no problem since we can't die.
Exactly. And we could find... Ash, we would find our... Ash, you can stop pushing me, Ash.
I shut the door.
This whole ghost thing is really convenient.
I test the handle.
Still unlocked.
If you would let me finish speaking instead of just rudely shoving me out the door. It's a method of transportation, really. Just look at it like a transdimensional donkey.
Yeah, clearly, it's a method of transportation, which kills us.
Why are you so hung up on dying?
Because, just because we've come back to life once or twice, doesn't mean it's something that's going to happen every time.
I'm pretty sure it does. That's how science works.
Alright, well, enjoy killing yourself and then not being able to come back on the odd chance that it happens.
I'll enjoy the first part.
I
put my hand on the lever.
You hear a creak and a thunk. On the far side of the room, a trapdoor is revealed.
Is that from me pulling the lever?
Yes.
Look down into it.
There's a very narrow crawl space. It leads to the left and to the right.
I go to the left.
Wait, don't go jumping in holes yet.
You of all people, Gregor?
What is dirt and wood eventually turns to metal. You have a feeling you know where you are.
I walk over and shout into the hole. Marcus!
I think I might have been giving this inventor more credit than he's due.
Marcus! I remember somebody saying that they weren't an imbecile? I don't remember who it was, because clearly it wasn't you.
Lost to the history books, Ash. Lost to the history books. Anyway, yeah, his transportation system are the cannons you can see out there.
Yeah, I gathered.
That being said, I'm still not entirely averse to... Gregor?
It's a long way down!
Gregor? Get out of the cannon. Gregor, it's a cannon.
I know.
Gregor notices a large red button on his way out.
Several beads of sweat roll down my forehead.
Guys, get back in
I
here.
found something.
What doesn't kill us only gets us somewhere faster.
I reach into the trapdoor and start feeling around for Marcus, Gregor, any sort of cloth I can grab onto and pull them back out.
They are quite a ways away from the entrance.
Guys!
Gregor, I'm not saying that you should push the button, but I think that we should heavily consider...
Don't go shooting yourself out of a cannon now!
...possible boons of pushing that button, which would include...
Smack.
Travel...
With a roar, the cannon releases. Ash watches as her two companions fly into the distance.
I blink. Ash shakes her head and starts to panic a little bit. Fucking idiots!